Idiom, at the end of one's rope. This idiom means someone is feeling overwhelmed, desperate, or out of options. It suggests a point of emotional or mental exhaustion, like they've tried everything and don't know what else to do. Examples from Fear the Walking Dead, seasons 5 to 8. We've searched every outpost, every station. I'm at the end of my rope, Morgan. There's nothing left to find. You think I want to give up? I'm at the end of my rope, Alicia. I can't lose another person. I kept the group alive, held it all together, but after what happened with Grace, I'm at the end of my rope. He's not thinking straight. You can see it in his eyes. He's at the end of his rope. Strand's pushing us too far. If he doesn't back off, someone's going to snap. I'm telling you, he's at the end of his rope. You left her behind again? Damn it, Dwight. She's at the end of her rope and you just made it worse. Synonyms: out of options, losing it, barely holding on, at wit's end, hanging by a thread, ready to snap. It'y blow the whistle. To blow the whistle means to report or expose wrongdoing, often within an organization. It's typically used when someone reveals corruption, illegal acts, or unethical behavior, especially when others try to keep it hidden. Think of it like sounding an alarm, drawing attention to something others were trying to keep quiet. Examples: Jason Bourne style. He blew the whistle on Treadstone. That's why they're hunting him now. You realize if you blow the whistle, you're not just exposing them, you're putting a target on your back. Bourne had the intel, but it was Nikki who finally blew the whistle. We've got a leak in Langley. Someone's about to blow the whistle on Blackbriar. The senator tried to shut it down, but once the whistle was blown, it spiraled out of control. I'm not risking everything to blow the whistle unless I know someone's got my six. Synonyms: expose wrongdoing, spill the beans, come forward, lift the lid, rat out, sound the alarm.
Idiom: comb through. To comb through means to search very carefully and thoroughly, like running a fine-toothed comb through hair to find every little tangle. It's often used when someone is looking for something specific within a large collection of data, documents, or physical items. It's a slow, detailed process that implies attention to even the smallest details. When appropriate, you might also use the word scavenge to imply a more desperate or chaotic version of the same idea, especially in post-crisis or survival contexts. TV series-style examples. We combed through every file on that flash drive and found nothing, just cat photos and spam. You expect me to comb through 30 hours of footage by midnight? That's not happening. She's been combing through old letters, scavenging for any mention of her real father. I combed through the footage frame by frame. There's no way he left through the front door. They had to comb through wreckage after the blast, hoping to scavenge anything useful. I'm telling you, we combed through every report from last month. This wasn't in there. Synonyms: search meticulously. Go over with a fine-tooth comb. Sift through. Examine closely. Scour. Investigate thoroughly.
Idiom dash out. Meaning, to leave a place quickly and suddenly, often because of urgency or alarm. Examples as if spoken by characters in Jeepers Creepers 1. I swear I saw something move behind that church, so I dashed out of the car without thinking twice. He dashed out of the tunnel like something was chasing him. His face was white as a sheet. I barely had time to react. She just screamed and dashed out the door. The moment I heard that eerie song again, I dashed out of the house. Weird stuff always follows it. We should have dashed out when we had the chance. Now we're stuck with that thing coming after us. She dashed out into the road to flag someone down, but no one stopped. Not a soul. Synonyms: bolt, run off, take off, hurry away, shoot out, make a break. Idiom: far cry from. Definition: far cry from means something is very different, usually in a disappointing or surprising way, from what one expected, desired, or experienced before. It often suggests a big contrast between two situations, places, or conditions. 6 bullet point character style examples set in The Walking Dead, Alexandria. This place might have walls, but it's a far cry from what the world used to be. Your leadership now is a far cry from the man who led us through the prison. Dinner by candlelight? That's a far cry from eating canned beans in the woods. He says he's a soldier, but his actions were a far cry from protecting anyone. This community's safety is a far cry from the chaos we saw out there. What happened in the meeting today was a far cry from what we agreed on yesterday. Synonyms: nothing like, worlds apart, polar opposite, totally different, not even close, bears no resemblance.
Idiom, flip side. Definition: flip side refers to the opposite or contrasting aspect of something, usually the negative or less desirable part. It's like saying, that's true, but here's the other side of the coin. People use it when acknowledging that every situation, argument, or choice has two perspectives or outcomes. Examples from a scene that could be in I Care a Lot. Sure, guardianship makes money, but the flip side is we're locking people up in nursing homes. You won your case, yeah, but the flip side is now you've made a powerful enemy. The flip side of being in control is that you take all the heat when things go south. Look, I get it, it's legal, but the flip side, it's morally bankrupt. You keep saying we're helping them. The flip side is we're also bleeding them dry. The court gave us the green light. The flip side, now we have to keep her sedated so she doesn't fight back. Synonyms: the other side, the downside, the dark side, the catch, the trade-off, the reverse side.
Idiom: grow out, hair, beard, etc. This idiom means to let your hair, beard, or any body hair grow longer naturally over time without cutting or shaving it. People often use it when they've decided to stop trimming or maintaining a shorter length, either for style, health, or personal reasons. Examples: Stranger Things. I thought you were going to shave that thing. Are you seriously trying to grow out a beard now? Mike's been growing out his hair all summer. It's part of his whole rock star phase. Dude, I told you if you grow out your mullet any longer, you'll be banned from the arcade. L, are you trying to grow out your bangs again? That's going to take forever. You should have seen Hopper's face when I said I was growing out my sideburns. He looked horrified. Growing out my hair was supposed to make me look cool. Instead, I just look like a mop. Equivalent expressions: let it grow, stop trimming, grow it long, let it flow, grow to full length, leave it be. Idiom: to keep plugging away means to continue working hard at something even when it's difficult or progress is slow. It suggests persistence and determination, often in the face of obstacles or lack of immediate results. Character style examples from Yellow Jackets. I know you're tired, but we've got to keep plugging away if we want to make it through another winter. Even when the others gave up hope, she kept plugging away at the map, like survival depended on it. You think this is pointless? Fine, but I'm still plugging away because someone has to. I've been plugging away at these carvings for days. Maybe they'll finally make sense to Lottie. Don't stop now. We've been plugging away for weeks. It has to lead somewhere. I kept plugging away even when it felt like the forest was trying to swallow me whole. Synonyms: persevere, soldier on, grind away, stick with it, push through, keep at it. Idiom: rightly so. Definition: rightly so is used when someone agrees that an action, reaction, or opinion is justified. It emphasizes that the person had a good reason to feel or act the way they did. You'll often hear it in suspenseful shows like The Night Agent, when characters make tough calls or express anger, and others agree with them. Examples inspired by The Night Agent. She was furious when they froze her out of the operation. Rightly so. She had more field experience than anyone. He refused to hand over the flash drive without a warrant, and rightly so. Protocol exists for a reason. You think she went too far? Well, they betrayed her trust. Rightly so. She walked away. He questioned the intel from HQ? Rightly so, considering it almost got him killed last time. They pulled him off the mission for going rogue, and rightly so. He put everyone at risk. You're blaming her for blowing the whistle? She exposed a cover-up. Rightly so. She did what needed to be done. Synonyms: justifiably, with good reason, understandably, fair enough, as expected, appropriately. Idiom: sell your soul. To sell your soul means to betray your core values, integrity, or beliefs, often for personal gain, like money, fame, or power. It evokes the image of making a deal with the devil, metaphorically sacrificing what truly matters in exchange for something superficial or fleeting. Character style examples. Yellow Jackets inspired. You really think this fancy job makes up for the fact you sold your soul to that corporate monster? I swear, if she joins Lottie's camp just for safety, that's her selling her soul, plain and simple. We had to make a choice, yeah. But did we have to sell our souls for berries and silence? When I saw Travis lie like that, I knew he'd already sold his soul to whatever's out there. It felt like we crossed a line we can't uncross, like we all sold our souls just to survive another day. You didn't just break a promise, you sold your soul and dragged us down with you. Synonyms: compromise your values, betray your principles, make a deal with the devil, trade integrity for gain, abandon your morals, forsake your beliefs.
Idiom. Definition. To say something is set in stone means it is fixed, unchangeable, and permanent, like carving words into a rock. In TV series like Dexter, where characters often deal with rigid moral codes or irreversible plans, this idiom fits naturally into intense dialogue. Dexter-style examples. I thought we had options, but now it looks like the whole plan is set in stone. You really believe Harry's code is set in stone? Maybe it's time we questioned it. Her fate was set in stone the moment she walked into that room. I just followed through. He told me the kill list was set in stone, but I added one more. I couldn't help it. Don't act like your decisions are set in stone, Dexter. You break your own rules all the time. This isn't set in stone yet. We can still clean up the mess before anyone notices. Synonyms: carved in granite, unalterable, locked in, finalized, irrevocable, written in blood.
Wet blanket. To call someone a wet blanket means they spoil the mood, enthusiasm, or enjoyment of others, often by being overly negative, serious, or uninterested. It's the kind of person who walks into a party and makes everyone feel like they should go home. Character style examples from Jeepers Creepers 1. Great, we're being chased by a demon and you're whining again? Don't be such a wet blanket. Look, I'm just saying, maybe next time we don't follow the creepy truck. Sorry for being the wet blanket here. You're killing the vibe, man. We're trying to make a plan, and you're acting like it's already over. Total wet blanket energy. She freaked out over the crows and refused to leave the car. Classic wet blanket move. You were supposed to calm her down, not tell her we're probably all gonna die. What are you, the official wet blanket now? Even with all that's happening, he still managed to be the wet blanket in the group. Incredible. Synonyms: spoilsport, killjoy, party pooper, downer, buzzkill, mood killer,